Hello everybody and welcome to KKND Crossfire. Yes, a game that has been asked for. A game that I'm kind of looking forward to and not at the same time. Mainly because of how brutally difficult this game is. Now, it's kind of an awkward one to record. I think I've cracked it now, I hope I have. And that's basically because this is an old game and it doesn't even run in 720p. I think it runs in 1024 by 786, I believe, which is a bit of an awkward resolution to get the hop-hog to understand, but yeah, I think we got there. It's taken a bit of fiddling. Okay, now what I wanted to look for here is a game speed, because by default this game is set in at maximum speed, and that makes the game really fast. So we're not going to be playing it on max because that was just crazy. I just got completely swamped. So we're going to go single player, and we are going to go delete me. If you can guess my name, congratulations. No. Get all this stuff out of the way. There we go. Right, okay. So, who should we be? Oh, the other thing as well that's a bit strange in this version is you get lots of mouse lag. Now, when you're actually playing the game, it's fine, but when you're on the menus and things like that, I don't know if you'll be able to tell on the recording, but it's very jittery. Survivors, Series 9, or the Evolved? I think we're going to start off as the Survivors, and then we go to the Evolved, and we'll save the Series 9 for last. So let's go. Select it. Ooh, I'd forgotten about this. Heavy weapons operation or impending annihilation. About the same. Ah, I see. So it comes down to whether we want to fight the mutants or the Series 9. Let's go for the old enemy.
Okay, Commander. Here is
Hello.
the situation. 40 years ago, the Survivor Army fought the Freaks. We, the new survivors, left early to prepare cavalry. It took longer than we thought, and over the 40 years, it became Freak City up there again, and it should be ours. We built a surface base. The Freakers nearly trashed it. You will have to direct the small nearby platoon to fix it up, and then build up enough resources to trash the Freaker camp. Let them know we are back, and that we want it all. Again.
Okay. So the intros have kind of changed quite a bit. We want to go to options. Wow, this. Yeah, can you make that out? How slow that is? Game speed. Let's put it down a bit. Messaging. Okay. But as soon as the menu goes, it kind of clears up again.
Yes.
So where are we going? Now the game feels a lot smoother, and the music. Oh wow, the music in this game is freaking awesome. Okay. So what are we looking for here? We're looking for our base. Come on lads! Where are we going? And damn, that is loud. There we go. So we've got $3,000. I like the way your money is there. Oh man, listen to that. Listen to that music, it's fantastic. Okay, so I like the way our money is now there, and it isn't like a button that we have to activate. That was a bit silly. But I guess they're trying new things. I mean, this sort of RTS was still quite new in the mid-90s, or say early 90s. Alright, so we got some freakers already. Looks like a direwolf. Light them up, lads. Alright, good stuff. Now, I don't know what the game speed is meant to be. I assume it's meant to be halfway. That would be like normal. Alright, so we should have a base here somewhere. In fact, briefing. Does it actually tell us? Direct a small platoon to repair a base. No, it doesn't tell us. Come on, lads. Now, your units in this game are made of paper. They really fall apart. I played a skirmish match to kind of get used to a few things again, and I had forgotten how weak your units are. They are so fragile. Oh, we can go across that. No. Alright, I must be missing something here. Oh man, this music's fantastic. Oh no, here we go. Alright, what are we looking at? That seems to be pretty much impassable terrain, which is good. Alright lads, what are we looking at? We're looking at that, damaged. So, yeah. Outpost. You repair the outpost. You repair that. You repair that. Now it's also a little bit different. They have changed a few things. For instance, we now have a separate facility for training troops. It's not the outpost anymore. In fact, I don't think the outpost actually does an awful lot of much. So what do we got? Let's pump out an oil derrick and we will start constructing. Yeah, armory. Is that an armory? I'm still getting used to the building names. We'll get another power station. We'll put that there. Okay, so let's dial up the game speed a little bit. Now, we've actually got some things going. I'm sure that's got to be normal. I might see if you can alter the game speed on the actual keyboard. Because that would make things a lot easier. I know in Total Annihilation you can use the plus and minus to increase or decrease game speed. That would make things handy. Come on, there we go. And the other thing, I like the way it now tells you how much resources is in an oil patch before you put oil well in there. I think that's pretty cool, so you can prioritize. Now what's interesting is we can get a research lab now. Also, technicians unlocked from the get-go. They're not like a unit you have to research, which is pretty cool. So let's get some minigunners. Minigunners, CNC. Machine gunners. Okay, so that's going well, that's going well. Let's scout. In fact, let's get a research lab. Now this is interesting that we can build this on the first mission. Okay, so let's use this guy as a scout. Now the vehicles have changed significantly. In fact, pretty much all the units have changed significantly. So, I mean, even if you're a veteran of KKND 1, which I'm not saying I am, because I'm not, I'm adequate at it, I guess, you would have to learn this from the beginning. Whereas if you were good with, like Tiberium Dawn, and you decided to have a go at Tiberian Sun, you know, you could pretty much just jump in. There's not too much to learn, it's pretty straightforward. But this game definitely feels radically different from the first game. So, with that being said, let's get some more mechanics. Also, later on in the tech tree, yes, sir. What should we upgrade? I didn't know you could upgrade these. Researching. What does that do? Ah, interesting. Later on, you can actually build buildings. I know the humans can, I assume the other races get an equivalent, that actually generate resources. So if your worlds run out, you're not completely buggered. I mean, they don't generate huge sums of cash. A little bit like the hackers from Command & Conquer Generals. But with the hackers from CNC Generals, if I remember correctly, you can have as many of those as you like. Whereas on this, you can only have 4. The humans get solar collectors. Yes, sir. Yes. Get in there. Yes. Yes. Why not? So I believe we've just got to go destroy that base now. And I have no idea what upgrading this does. You know what, let's kick it up a notch, because we're just building up now. I'm fairly confident they're not going to attack us or anything. Let's get that in there. Research everything. Now I like the way, as you can see, you've got the 4 red squares. Now one of those isn't red. That means you can max your technology out to 1, basically. The more red squares that are black, the higher you can go. And you can actually upgrade your research lab as well, which I believe makes you research things ever so slightly quicker.
Research complete.
Which is handy, I guess. But it's not really essential. Now I'm curious to what this is doing. Do they unload? I think they unload quicker. That might be it. Can you? You can't upgrade those. Also, the tower defenses in this game are much better. In fact, the highest level towers you can get, at least for the human side and the mutant side, they're the 2 that I've tested, are absolutely brutal. I was playing a skirmish, like I said, against the mutants, and one thing that worries me, oh no, here they come. One thing that does worry me is I could not get past their towers. I tried everything. So we can get an armory. Now from what I remember, you need, this is I know this mission might be getting a bit slow, but I'm kind of familiarise myself a little bit with the buildings, so you have to bear with me. This allows you to build defensive structures, I think. Maybe at level 2. So financially we're okay. That is a barracks. That is where you get your soldiers from. I don't think that builds anything. Yeah, we can now get towers. We can get sentry guns. Don't know how good these guys are, so we'll plop 1 there and 1 there. It appears that we can build slightly further away as well, which is nice. In fact, whilst we've got the money, drop another 1 there. Now you'll notice as we play this, the pathfinding is significantly better. It's not perfect, but it is significantly better. Okay, so that's max. That's not max. I wonder what this does, because this doesn't produce anything to my knowledge. Yeah, maybe it's probably going to give us another building. Repair bay, yeah. You'll see there's lots more animations for buildings, which is nice. It's just overall this feels like a much higher budget game. The repair bay, from what I remember, if you've watched my previous Let's Play of the first game, was ridiculously slow. It took an age to... Are you serious? Well, those turrets didn't exactly aren't going to help us out much, are they? I'm not quite sure why that is. Another massive thing as well. You can recycle buildings. This is fantastic. Look at that. A basic, simple feature, but very important. Now I'll show you what I mean. Let's send him in there to be repaired. See how quick this happens. Of course it is on fast mode, but you know, you get what I'm trying to say. This track is amazing. I don't know why these towers aren't doing anything. It's kind of interesting. Okay, now what is troubling is we're kind of buggered now. So let's mass produce ATVs. Let's go for it, infinite of those. You can build vehicles in this, which is interesting. I'm not 100% sure of the complete point. I mean, we can have a radar, that chassis, and extra speed. Let's try and get a couple of those. And this is the map. The map is now a lot better as well. Okay. So I didn't actually think they was going to attack us, but they have. but that is fine. I can only assume... Ah, here we go. So... Ah, look at... I see. Look at the scout range on this thing. It's mental. Now, I'm going to assume that there's another base down here. Okay, jeez. These are really useful. Okay, so this is where the Reds are. I find that interesting that straight off the bat we're against two bases. Although, yeah, they don't have much. If you can make it home, congratulations. If you can't, well, sucks to be you. Listen to that wonderful soundtrack. Really sounds very Fallout-y. Kind of like the... Just makes me think the world's completely fucked. Beyond all recognition. Which is kind of true in the sense of this game. Right, so we're going to go and attack now, but let's get some towers up that will hopefully actually shoot. Why can't... Oh, I don't have any oil. Fair enough. Right, let's go. It's interesting that yellow is thinking about attacking us. So what we're going to do, we are going to... There's options. Options at the top now. Let's whack the game speed down. Go for it. Come on, buddies. Light them up. I think the overall vision... Oh, hello. I see. So they can... It's interesting. So they can actually go on water. Now you can see how much damage our units took there. Absolutely crazy. Who else is fecked? You two. Okay. Now our units are leveling up, which is good. We want to try and keep the decent ones going as much as we can. I don't know what these 2 meters here by our money mean. Don't worry about building any of those. Not for the time being. If we can't dent the enemy with this, then, well, it does not bode well. Put it that way. Up and over, lads. Let's go. Now, when I was playing a skirmish, I was building my top level units, and they're similar to the autocannon tanks from the first game. However, they just seem really weak. I mean, they were being destroyed. They were falling like, you know, flies, basically, against their defences, which has got me worried. Because I've just got this feeling that this game is going to be so much harder. Alright guys, get in the camp, get as many guns in there as possible. Light them up. Whoa, look at all this. Fire at will, lads. Or focus fire. Whatever's going to work. See, look at this. Now, I think they are the equivalent of our ATVs. Actually, they might be the equivalent of those guys. I'm not 100% sure. But either way, bring it down. Raise everything to the ground. I think the explosion graphics have kind of taken a step back. We're under attack. I thought, oh crap. Get in there, guys. Everybody. Get in! Hold the line! We can't fall at this first hurdle, surely. We survive somehow. Now we don't really want to repeat process. that, so that should be able to hold most things off. Come on guys, get in there. There we go. Now that is their research lab, I believe. That is their... Oh man, this music's fantastic. That's their power station, that's their blacksmith. There's a shame about the explosions. I thought the one in the first game looked a lot better. The shrapnel flying everywhere and stuff. It just looked really, really fancy. Whereas in this one, it I don't know how to say it. It looks more scripted. Whereas in the first game, when you had the explosions happen, then you had all the shrapnel everywhere. It seemed very random and a lot more realistic in that respect. We've pretty much got these guys on the ropes. Okay, I thought they was attacking me again. Nope. Nice. Now you'll notice that the mutants have gone back to less machines, basically. They've got a lot more beasts and bugs and all that sort of stuff, so the units have been mixed up quite a bit. The humans have got much more advanced units. There's a lot more hover technology, laser weapons in this game. Now, the Series 9 robots are quite confusing, their unit layout, because a lot of their units, at least from the small amount that I've played so far, they all look very similar. And they all feel similar as well, and they all feel very, very weak. So I don't know whether that's something that I'm doing wrong, or I haven't played enough. But I guess we'll find out. Yeah man, bring it down. That guy's barely hanging on. There we go. So that is one of them wiped out, I believe. So if we plant these guys back over here, what are our towers like? That needs to be upgraded. So I wonder what we get then. If we upgrade that. So units and hover vehicles can go across water. Makes sense, I guess. This music reminds me sort of kind of like Sim City-ish music. Sim City had some fantastic music in it. So we can get grenadiers. Nah, I don't think it's worth it. So everything else is max. Shame you can't upgrade the derricks, that would have been cool. You get patched up. Let's see, hover buggies are more, cost more. So let's get a load. I don't know if they're better.
What the hell? Yes.
Is that tower blocking you, really?
Building down.
Building down. Come on.
Yes, sir.
It takes a long time for them to go down. But at least you actually have the option this time.
Okay. Yes.
Let's try these buggies. I'm not sure if they're
Yes, sir. Alrighty.
exactly how good they are,
Yes.
but
Alrighty then. Okay. Moving.
there you go. Got there in the end, buddy. And I am a lot happier with how quickly these guys heal. You know what, let's try these guys out. I like the way now, I don't know if you'll be able to make that out on YouTube, but you can actually queue up to 10 units to be built, where before you could only queue 9. It's a little detail, but
Yep.
it is an improvement.
Yep. What the hell? Yes, sir. Moving. Yes.
Let's get all of our damaged units that need to be repaired.
Yep.
It does feel a bit odd that we can get repair bays on the first mission.
Yes, sir.
I think that's quite unusual
Yep. I'm there.
when it comes to RTS.
I'm listening.
All these guys need to be fixed.
Yep. I'm there. What the hell? Yes, sir. Moving.
Get in there.
Okay. Alrighty. Yes, sir.
So hopefully they're not going to do too much. They're not going to attack us. What is going on with this? Oh, I must have repaired pretty damn quick. Nope. You, get your ass in there. Okay, so we are having some kind of pathfinding issues, which is an arse. Get in there. It's kind of frustrating in a way how weak units are, because when you see the top level stuff, some of the top units are huge, absolutely massive contraptions, and especially barrage craft, they look really much bigger in this game, but they're so weak. Everything seems to just crumble apart. Now, I know the unit cap has been increased in this game. In fact, if you go into options, you can edit the unit cap. At default, it's 300, but you can, I guess, put it to a unlimited number. Yeah, whatever you can be bothered to do. It does warn you that it might slow your computer down, but I assume they mean computers back in the day, because a modern machine, and by modern I mean anything really made within the last, I don't know, 10, 12 years should be able to handle this game with no trouble at all. Okay, so it looks like they're building for an attack. So let's get in there. Drill them! No survivors! Nice. That was clean. So, hello. Light them up. We're going to take casualties, but that's fine. Eat it. There we go. Wipe them out easily enough. I'm sure the enemy base is down this way. Yeah, there we go. Cannon towers. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't rate these things that well. These hover buggies. I guess they probably cost a little bit more because they're useful. You can obviously use them to get across buildings and water and things like that. But when it comes to firepower and armor, they do look a fair step back. And we forgot our grenadiers. And by we, I mean me. Okay. Oi! You little shit! Wow, he is ripping through our men. You can see how powerful infantry are in this game. It's not like Command & Conquer at all, where infantry basically don't have much of a chance against most vehicles. Whereas in this, that's one thing I noticed when I was playing the skirmish, is I had these really powerful units, and a lot of them as well, 12, 15 of them, and they were just being annihilated by groups of infantry. So that's gonna have to be something that's looked into. I mean, there must be some kind of rock, paper, scissors formula going on in this game, which I will learn in due time. Okay. So I believe that will be it. And of course you can see that the maps are much bigger. Which is good, and they're so much more detailed as well. They do look, I don't know, I don't know whether I actually do like the graphics of this game. They seem, I mean I like them of course, but they seem like they went really cartoony. It's looks very toyish. Not kiddish, but very like toy soldiers sort of thing. Anymore. I guess there must be. Let's get the grenadiers out. Ah, of course. Get in there, guys. Take that building out. Yeah, see, these guys don't seem to be that fantastic. But I guess they are only our tier 2 units. There we go. Now squish that bug. I like the way that it's actually smart enough now to try and escape you. Resistance is futile. There we go. Mission complete. And there's like a splash type screen now, so you can see how you did, yada yada yada. So, Master Chief, Beast Keeper, barely deformed. Okay, barely deformed. That's who I was against last time. 46 minutes. Christ, that's obviously with the accelerated time, but still, Jesus. Okay guys, well I'm going to leave that there. I hope you've enjoyed it, and more of this to come. Thanks for watching.